It's a spread day. They playing a spread on a new contract.
Arbitrage.
Literally arbitrage. YouTube. Good morning. Happy Monday, man. We in the building. Let me get this down real quick. Check my audio for me. Make sure I'm good there, Kevin. Make sure I got everything set up correctly. We got Top Step TV in the corner. My boy Hogue is in the building. My boy Jay in the building. Got me, Kevin, coming on at 9:30. Right now, prices in dealing with the same situation we're dealing with on Friday. YM was the lagger, in a nice area, but the NQ and the ES are already in breakout territory. If you were watching us last week, you know that's one of our key rules that we kind of clarified. Once a breakout day, where any of the products, any of the equities are in a breakout state, we clarify this day as a breakout day. And that's just simply going to mean any trade you take is going to have not very low probability, but less probability than it would be on a regular trading day. So on these days where we choose not to participate, if you look at the charts, NQ in the middle, ES on my right hand side, they already broken out, while the YM is pretty much close to previous day lows. With that going on, if the NQ or ES even pull back just a little bit to say retest Asia high or even retest yesterday's high, previous all-time high, which is Friday high, my YM trade would fail. And if I put in any positions on NQ and ES, that's going to be a terrible long location. So just when it's these breakout days, it's just better to sit on your hands, observe. Still early right now, it's just 9:30, so probably just chilling around to about 10:30, 10:45, see if price does pull back on the NQ or ES to give us a location, maybe on the YM at previous day lows. But we do have big news this week. We got FOMC rate decision on Wednesday, and we also got quad witching on Friday, where this current contract that we're trading right now will expire. After all this news happens this week, I think we'll be into the full swing of fall, getting into the fourth quarter contract and everything. So it's going to be patient. Last week we had 2 trading opportunities out of the 5 days. Ended the week up about $1,000, and didn't take any losses towards the end of the week, or no trades at the end of the week. So it was a good week. But yeah, man, about to sit back. We'll watch Top Step for the opening bell. I'll be right here. Overall, going to be a patient day, though. As you can see, price is already over my white line in breakout territory. So it's going to be a patient day. We'll see if price pulls back. But one thing we do know, the new contract is about, just for the ES alone, the new contract is about 60 points in the upward direction away from current price. So price can continue to break out, trying to catch up with that contract that we're going to be fully trading on Friday. So give a little bit of reasoning to the breakouts. But besides that, man, let's watch the opening bell, see what happened. We're going to sit back, take it easy on this Monday. Got no major news or nothing like that, so it's just going to be real chill. Appreciate everybody tapping in with us over the weekend. The weekend shorts went crazy. Just nice to be back in the flow of YouTube, man, just to see the numbers get back to that 4-figure space after take it to the 5-figure space, man. Very excited. All the likes, comments, views that happened over the weekend. I appreciate you guys, new subscribers and everything. So thank you guys. But besides that, let's get to opening bell. And we're here, guys, living the dream. Thank God we're here. Let's go.
Well, guys, good morning. Well, apparently Elon Musk purchased $1 billion worth of Tesla stock, which has us up $80 billion in market cap this morning. Bears only cost about $7 or $8 billion. Elon, if you're out there,
do
us a favor. Top Step TV, it's Monday. Let's go.
Let's go. Do the right thing, Elon. Please welcome everybody to Top Step TV. This is Fast Markets. We got lower left-hand corner, number 170 on the big board. Doom in the house. Lower right-hand corner, talking about meme stocks in the green room. Coach Dakota. Upper right, you got Jack in the house. Let's go right to Dakota. You're talking about meme stocks in the green room. Please go on, Dakota.
I bought me a meme stock last night. I don't know if it's a meme stock, right? Last night, I was just scrolling through social media. There's so much hype over Open Door. And so everyone's like, I'm buying all these shares at Open. I'm like, you guys know it trades overnight. So I just went in overnight market and bought bought a few thousand shares at
Nice.
$9.45. I have the chart out up that I sent to the production team. We'll pull it up here shortly, right after the open when we have time. But yeah, Open Door Technologies is going to be an interesting one. And then you already talked about it, Tesla. Tesla's a big market mover. We're up 25+% over the last week or so. That's been on a ripper, but then the rest has been mixed. The rest of the market's been mixed, a little bullish. We've been hitting all-time highs. So let's see if we can continue to do that here in the NASDAQ.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Dakota, I regret to inform you that is the memeiest of meme stocks. Welcome to the meme world.
Welcome to
It's all a simulation. All right, Mr. Doom, what's going on? How was the weekend? Did you get some time away? How are we doing? You went 12 rounds with the market last week. Are you ready to go another 12 rounds this week? It's FOMC week, baby.
Yeah. I'm starting very down, and I'm short here at the bell. We'll see how it goes. This is a good trade here.
Sounds like you're ready to go.
Sunday school haven't really helped me apparently. Down about unrealized $1,500 this morning.
Okay.
See how the rest of the day goes. How are you, gentlemen? You had a good weekend?
Excellent. It was okay.
Kinda.
Bears ruined it. Bears just stink. We do have new all-time highs trading in the ES and the NASDAQ. Pretty much every time I say new high, it's not pretty much. Every time I say new high today, that is new all-time highs. Last trade in the NQ, 24,180, 178. Just printed new all-time highs, 5 points higher, 183s. ES just made new all-time highs, 66.11 quarter. There we go. Crude making new highs there. House account is long, 5. Micro crude, I believe, from 66.13. Look at gold. Gold also on the bull, trading 36.91, 36.
About to pin the free Discord in the chat. You guys join up, man. It's no interview, no wall right now. It's all free, 100% access. So you guys tap in. We're live right now.
Okay, I like it. Just get on board. We will see how that plays out. Any levels you got your eye on here, Dakota? Looking at the NASDAQ, new all-time highs by the dip. Like Jack said, how do you get in on this thing?
Yeah, I mean, FOMC Wednesday is overshadowing everything else, in my opinion. It's kind of a light news today and tomorrow, so maybe we just see a little chop and a drift higher. I'm not seeing this market get too crazy, but here we go. New all-time highs.
New all-time highs. Again, Westy says they cannot switch to D's contrary and toss up X. Yes, the front month will become, or the tradable first month that was tradable is where the volume is. So perhaps tomorrow we'll see more volume being traded in December as opposed to September today. Top Step X has got your back on that one. Stay locked in. Here we go. Happy Monday. Just like Dakota said, new all-time highs. ES, NASDAQ. Dow also pushing higher here. Shot out of a cannon. Closing at 24,200 in the NASDAQ. Doom, what price you short from, my friend?
Got kicked out on NQ. Oh, man, I'm short at that price. 143 and 3 ticks.
3 ticks, 144 and 3 ticks. Okay.
5 micros. 5 micros, the left out position I got.
Okay, sounds good. MCL. I assume you were trading through the Asian session and essentially overnight.
Not really. I got my ass kicked in the morning, got up early, and oh man, a market served me.
Got in there. All right. Hey, well, it's not over. We just got started. Lots of opportunity. If anyone can do it, it is Doom, the comeback king, the jab of Top Step TV. But look at the ES go. New high, 66.14. This bar is green and up. And look at the NASDAQ doing the exact same thing. Look at the tilt, 50-50. 77% long the tilt. In crude, let's count long 5 crude from 66.14. 66.14. Jack, take a look at the ES. You see there the options that correspond to the.
We're right around a super important level, which, by the way, no recognition during the reversal challenge on Friday. But did you see what the top tick was in the ES on Friday?
No, I got rolled. What was it?
Well, had you seen it, 60.06. The price I was saying all day was the top tick of the market.
No
now
kidding.
We're through that, but we're still around that important level. I would still look at around 60.05. That's the 6,600 SPX strike once this shakes out. We'll see how much gas goose buyers have right now. But
wow,
strong.
They definitely more gas. Look at the NASDAQ. Go 24,208, Prince. Here you go. Okay, ES. Here's your. This might be all the pullback you get. 66.12 on 2 points off those highs right now. Here, they are just relentless. Absolutely relentless.
Hands off for me.
Indeed. Let's take a look at the ladder. Anything on the NASDAQ? It is Monday. Thin on the ladder in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ not done. Look at this thing go.
It's just going.
24,000. Yes, it is. 24,212 now, Prince. ES. Again, what we saw a little bit last week, some Dow selling off. We saw last week, sometimes the NASDAQ wants to be the one that pushes higher. Sometimes the ES wants to be the one that pushes higher. Not always correlating one-to-one. We'll see that play out throughout the day, throughout the hour, throughout the minute. It will keep you in tune here on Top Step TV. Gold continuing to push higher, 36.92. I believe all-time highs, 37.15 or so. Will we get to all-time highs today? Or this week? I don't see why not at this point.
All right, guys, opening bell. As you can see, top charts right here, YM and QES. We got NQ and ES over the previous day high. We're in breakout territory. As you can see, we got NQ leading. ES is the unch, while YM is the lagger. If price wasn't broken out on these two assets, then we'd be looking at taking the YM. But since they are broken out, we're not going to take that trade because the probability sucks. But you're seeing everything clear. This is great, man. This is what you want to do. You want to take your time, make sure you got the market concept, see if it's a trading day for you or not based off your probabilities, and then go from there, man. But yeah, opening bell. We're here. Breakout rules in effect right now. Looking at no trading. So here with you guys.
6,600 even. We're about 11 points from that. The NASDAQ overnight view up. We're about 70 points from there. That's 24,137. Well, we see that pull back down to overnight view up. We have seen that a couple times play out. No guarantees this time around. We've got some more buying coming in here in the NASDAQ right now, closing on 10 points from the highs.
That meme stock is going up. It's just ripping higher now.
What are those other ones that you were talking about? You said there's about 10 of them now. You named one open. What are some of the other ones that are on your radar?
A lot of them.
What happened? Well, how does meme stock get fame and notoriety? How does it exactly? Is this just strictly Wall Street bets?
That's some of it. Although Dakota, it's funny you mentioned it right there. I actually sold calls like on the day time frame on open on Friday. I'm out of them now. I'm flat open, full disclosure.
Okay.
But hopefully it's out for both of us.
I was gonna say we're up 7% since I mentioned it.
Well, I'm glad those calls expired Friday.
I'm gonna take some profit here in a minute. I don't want to be in this thing for that long, but I mean, you can't fight momentum sometimes. Sometimes it just goes without reason. When I mentioned it, yeah, we'll have to pull up that chart here shortly.
Just goes. I love it. Well, let's see what just going. We got gold is not done going here, closing on 3,700. About $7 to go. Trading at 36.93. Take a look at the crude. We did spike on that New York bell up to 63.35. How's it count? Long about 30 cents. Sorry, 20 cents in the money. Actually, right back to entry 63.21. A couple cents in the money there. A new 5-minute bar just forming here in the NASDAQ. Any sellers in the house? Doom, you got short.
I'm a seller from.
I'm a seller. I know.
I'm a seller, brother, from 24,200 and a tick.
Is that the average price now?
Yeah. I got kicked out on the previous position. I'm down, but I re-entered with 4 micros. Chill. This is. See how it goes. If it shows fruition, we start turning into the Asia low at some point soon. I'm going to hold it. I have no downside target is 958. Somewhat.
23,000.
Call me crazy.
58. About 200 points from here. Hey, it's the NASDAQ. Anything obviously can happen. Gold continuing to push here. 73% long on the tilt, 36.94. New highs put in
Well, Andre,
there.
you
Yeah,
know,
Jack.
for the trading book, we have all these sayings. One of them,
Yeah.
of course, is buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah, that's on there.
I am very hesitant to take decision shorts ahead of the Fed, right? I think the rate stuff is kind of the buy the rumor, sell the news, where before this meeting, to me, it's all buying.
Mhm.
After it, maybe a little selling. We'll see.
Sounds like I see what you're saying. Yes. What do we saw? We saw that a non-farm, I do believe, right? New all-time highs just to sell off and continue to sell off. That was a non-farm. One of those numbers. But yes, I know what you're saying, Jack. Get what we want, especially after the press conference, perhaps. So we would like to see that. Not financial advice. Just this. What Jack's talking about. This is just years and years and years of experience, screen time, going through these Fed meetings, seeing the build up into FOMC policy, getting the rate cut. Obviously, essentially near certainty. I'll go, Jack, about that.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the Fed watch. Well, how we looking? Gold is trucking, closing about $2 away from 3,700. Jack, it's 99.8% probability
Well,
of cut.
Even
25
more
basis
almost. It's like a 94% chance right now of a quarter point and a 6% chance of a half point. Something crazy would have to happen in the next few days, in my estimation, for us to do that. But quarter point is baked in, so I'm so excited to see how the market reacts to that quarter point.
I think I know what you're saying there.
Excitement, like Dakota with a meme stock.
Hey,
Tintillated.
you know what? I just closed out for 10% ROI right there.
How about that?
Which is
That's a lot
just
of weak-
insanity.
Hires.
What? Just crazy stuff.
Yep. NASDAQ not done. ES not done. Look at Dow.
Gold's not done.
Gold continuing to push higher here. ES pushing higher. NASDAQ pushing higher. Dow selling off. We got here on the ladders. Pretty thin on the ladder for now. Since the bell rang in the NASDAQ, we're up about 50 points. Oh, maybe a little more. Yeah, about 40 points or so. ES 66.14 3/4. Right now, yes, gold, Dakota closing on 3,700, about $1.50 away from 3,700.
Yeah, we're almost there. All-time highs isn't much further. 37.15s,
I believe.
We're coming up on the 66.10 strike in the ES. 66.15 I have.
Fucking leverage up, 200K up. Nigga, that any day that bitch ain't saying what it's nigga gonna be like, oh hell no. Boom, I'm out of here, probably. That's all we have to do is just follow my own rule. Alright guys, breakout rules in effect. Gonna hang out for a little bit longer, but I already know what this day finna be, so I'm gonna keep this on the screen for a minute. We're gonna watch till about 10 o'clock, but as of right now, no trade, we following our rules. As you can see, while these NQES are breaking out, YM all the way on my left hand side is about to break the previous day lows. So what do you do with that? You do nothing. I like how you can see so clear who's winning and lagging on the quote board. Yeah, the quote board is giving it. The quote board helps a lot. Like ES and NQ super close, but it's still a 0.05 difference in price. There you go. I see it. So NQ still leading. Yeah. And then you see the YM lagging with only being up 0.02. Yeah, it's good. What we want to see, we seen it clear on the quote board, we seen it clear on the charts, so that's all you can do, man. For real. This is why, like, this correlation right here, like NQ breaking out and the YM selling down. This is a natural switch of sectors here, so people could be leaving bank stocks, going into tech stocks. That's why a good buy on the NQ right now might necessarily be a good buy on the YM, just with people starting to diversify since tech is finally moving. You know what I'm saying? So, and that leaves you in a situation right here. You can't buy the YM while the NQ and the ES are breaking out because they're literally uncorrelated right now. People leaving bank stocks, secure sectors to go into tech right now, getting ready for the Santa Claus rally. So it's good, man. Good context. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and Try to tap in with Kevin real quick. Tap in with Kev. Small again. Supposed to be already ready for me today. They're talking that Tesla talk. Yeah, he on there now.
You can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of app.
That's the
Max Lewis. Yeah, we probably sitting on our hands today too, brother.
Yeah, brother. We had the right idea this morning. That's my boy. Tap into the Discord, man. Don't tread alone, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, we here, guys. Gonna get this Kevin going. Take a little stretch. Yeah, boys.
To enthusiasm for the cues because it gets you set up for a nice head start on the day, and this is exciting. Short term, we're expecting really nothing bad until the first week of October. This is something also to keep in mind. We've been talking about this as well. So broadly, this is a good moment in time. Now, October, Q4, is this going to be the moment where all of a sudden we catalyst break into recession? I mean, there's nothing really indicating that we're going to fall off a cliff right away. We certainly have weakness, but I think right now we're in a pretty decent spot. So this is a very exciting moment for Tesla, and I do think there's going to be this thesis by people that this is just the beginning of Elon buying. I actually don't think it is. I think Elon's probably more like a one and done on this buy. Maybe once more. I don't really see this being a regular thing for him. I think that was more of a signaling play than anything, and it's brilliant. Like I say, it's like being the stock salesman that Karp is at Palantir. Elon, he was the OG Karp, and that's the way you have to think about it. So anyway, yeah, this is very, very exciting, and congrats to the Tesla community. Also, wow, two of our top 10 stocks to buy, and we've only released 5 of them. Over the next 10 years, are now up 9 and 10% on the day. That's great. Anyway, all right, cool, very well. So that gives us a little bit on Tesla. All righty. So now what we've got is we've got to understand that this market is really only relying on one occasional stock here or there to push us to new highs at this moment, which is a fantastic thing. That's fine. But, we are pushing to, slowly all-time highs on the S&P 500. We just pushed, last week on the Qs and again today. These are good and exciting things. I think that broadly we are, how should I put it? I just don't see much bad, I guess I should put it, between now and the beginning of October. And October is going to be a real interesting moment because that's going to be a double set of jobs that'll now be our 5th month in a row of jobs data. And I don't know that it'll really be enough to push the market into one direction or another in the way of pricing in a recession. But I do think it'll be a useful tool for what's going on with the 10-year Treasury. You've actually heard Rick on CNBC mention that he believes a really important line to watch on the 10-year is 4.96. And he believes that first, he thinks we're going to trot above 4.96 or 3.96 for a while, that we're going to stay above that, and we'll sort of be in this schloggy territory where we're bobbing above 3.96 on the 10-year for a while, and there's really no catalyst to get it down, that even the Fed rate cut of 25 bips, that's already been priced in, and we're basically going to, chill. Okay, fine. That's possible. But he also mentioned, forgot something for Lauren. It'll take me 10 seconds. All right. I'm back. Sorry. Always take care of Lauren. All right. Tell her really quick. Done. There we go. All right. So anyway, what's interesting about
You've got a multifamily deal lined up. You'd think it was a hotel by how long it takes these other lenders to approve it. At the lender, we specialize in multifamily DSCR loans. No committee delays, just decisions. Fast.
And with lower fees, too.
We fund deals other lenders overcomplicate. If the numbers work, we make it work. You've seen us before. Now it's time to see a term sheet.
Your AI is only as smart as your prompt, and this makes every prompt 10 times smarter. This is all thanks to
substantially lower lookalike. And really, you probably set up for that same environment you were in before the September rate cut last year. So it probably puts you somewhere between 3.5 and 3.6, which is pretty exciting because that'll put TLT back over 100. And I think that's going to be like, we're not going to see yields over 4% again for maybe ever, unless there's some kind of massive money printing again that happens in the future. But, you know, there will be a time in the future where we look back at rates and we'll be like, wow, you know, back in my day, we used to be able to get 5% in a money market. And, you know, our kids are going to be like, man, I get, you know, 25 bips, Dad. It's like, yeah. So, anyway, we'll see. So 396, that's his technical analysis, and borrowing that. So, and I think that's because, I mean, I have a hard time drawing a line, particularly here on the CNBC chart. I'm not the biggest fan of using the CNBC charts, but again, I do think that if we break that, we're probably in this lull that we saw in 23, or maybe even the lull that we saw in 24, where we got down there to about that 364. You know, we've seen it over here, 3.5. We'll see. So the trend is certainly right, and the weakening certainly shows that. So what's up, Cody? Cody drops $5 on the chat. Do you feel like Doge is not priced in, or won't this set up for a huge negative jobs report next month? You know, it doesn't really matter because people are going to see it as one time, right? So understand that if the Doge job cuts don't show up next month, nobody cares. If the Doge cuts show up next month, which technically they should because, you know, people had leave in September, people are just going to look at the headline number. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But then people are going to open it up and go, oh, they were just the Doge cuts. One time, they'll add those numbers back in and they'll go, okay, how is the rest of the economy doing? That's the number that's going to matter. So because we can so clearly correlate Federal Reserve resignments to a one-time event, people will just adjust for that. So that's my take. All right. Okay. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But hey, look at that. Dude, we are literally going to 414. Legit called this in the Alpha report this morning. I'm like, I don't know, boys and girls. Like, wait for that volume to come in. Wow. Wow, look at that. We literally touched it. 414. The stock just went to 414.78 cents. And my expect 414.50. Within 28 cents, only a quarter. That's funny. Hey, watch if we can get a bounce there, you know. Anyway, we're eating this up. There are reports. I think this is just a giant nothing burger, by the way. There are reports of, like, you know, this Chinese investigation into NVIDIA. This is just more matter. Google's flying. For Google stock being up 2% on a day is great, and obviously it had even more momentum here. First time passing $3 trillion in market cap. So, really nice. You've got Klarna's got basically not much going on over here at Klarna. What else do we have? So London. Oh, look at that! Look at that! There's the bounce. There's the bounce on Tesla. Let's go. Gotta get those setups. CoreWeave's gotta hold 121, otherwise it ain't going anywhere. Sorry, not 121, 125. And in pre-market, we perfectly rejected 125. You can't get a break here until you pop 125. What else? You got TL Tizzle at 90. Come on, baby, light my fire. Okay. NBIS moving. CoreWeave did a deal this morning with NVIDIA, or announced a deal with NVIDIA this morning. So people are excited about that. A little bit of softness on the real estate sector right here. Pool, DR Horton, Lennar, a little red right now. Aron Marin. I probably said that wrong. Arrow Marin in the chat says, bought the course back during COVID. It just paid itself over again today alone. Let's freaking go, man. Dude, I love that. See, like that gives me so much satisfaction, because I want to have that legacy of like, man, I took a chance on Kevin, and as any human, he's not perfect, but he just delivers over and over and over again. That's what I want. Like, I want that legacy, that long term, where people are just like, man, thank you for that continued perspective or whatever. Like, that makes me so happy, so much happier than money. I'm so happy you could pay for that course over and over again. That means so much more to me than a number. And thank you for buying it back during COVID. But anyway, let's see here. How's Palantir doing this morning? Can you offer the alpha reports separately? No, unfortunately, no. We did. It's sort of just it got too complicated. The thing is, and this is just like sort of a business decision. I'm going to explain it. This is a business lesson. This isn't meant to be a pitch. This is just a business lesson. Really quick business lesson. You have to realize the issue that we face is, look at all of what we have. We have the stocks course. We have the real estate course, the sales course. Even people who aren't real estate agents are using the sales course. The property management and rental renovations course is basically a double course in one. The How Kevin Makes His YouTube Videos course. We're going to have new lectures coming out in that in September as well. The How to Be More Productive course. We're going to have new lectures on that coming out. The Trumponomics tax course, right? We're going to have a lot of lectures on the Big Beautiful Bill coming up. This is a lot. And the Wealth Plan Library, which was this is 37 recordings that I have of me actually giving people actual financial advice, like real financial advice. It's not financial advice for you, but it's a recording of financial advice for them, right? This cereal box, man, there's so much stuff. And then the Alpha Report and the course member lives. It's too complicated to parse out this stuff. So just from a business lesson point of view, Palantir's really rising. From a business lesson point of view, we looked and said, look, people don't know what to buy. They're emailing us going, hey, man, does this include this? Do I get this with this? I have this. Do I get this? And it's not good. So what we're trying to do is consolidate everything into that Meet Kevin membership. And eventually, by the way, everything we do is going to be in the Meet Kevin app, which you can already get the Meet Kevin app. And you get, sort of my data or the task list or whatever. The Meet Kevin app, I personally love. You could get it for the iPad or you could get it for the phone. See the Alpha Report tab? If you're a course member, you unlock that tab, obviously, and the course member live streams and stuff. But this app, we're going to keep developing it. I have to personally say my favorite feature out of this that I feel like is the most underused feature to exist is the, and we know that because we mostly just built it for internal purposes. I personally think the most underused feature is the tasking tool. I think it's so cool because I personally have never found a tasking tool that works as functionally as this one. And we built it to be this free task management tool that we could internally use for our staff. And we've personally just found it to be the most productive for managing employees or managing people, making sure stuff doesn't fall through the cracks. I'll give you a quick sample of it just so you could see why. We don't charge anything for it, obviously. This is just a quick blank one. I just made a separate login just to give you a quick example because mine's massive. But anyway, just a quick example. Enter new task like clean the house, right? Let's just say I'll put that in there, and then I'll do empty dishwasher. Just as an example. I'm gonna nest this. Okay, cool. That's not that big of a deal. But make Elon Tesla video. Let's just say I'm going to put that up here, and then we're going to do, I don't know, who wants another task? I don't know, respond to comment, right? Respond to comment and call Bloomberg doomers. Okay, dormers. The classic Tesla or Apple autocorrect here. That's fine. Doomers. Perfect. Little update here. So the biggest thing that I love about this, and then we're going to get back to stocks here in just a moment, but my favorite thing about this is when I go on here and I go, all right, the doomers suck. I hate the doomers. Okay, perfect. I called them the doomers, right? So I'm going to just, swipe to complete or hit the complete button. Fine. Respond to comment and make Tesla video. Right now I need to clean the house. So I don't want to do YouTube right now. Let's just say I'm going to deprioritize those. And when I deprioritize these, they slide to the bottom, which when you have a short list isn't that big of a deal. But when your list is like 50 items long, the fact that you're touching those just reminds you, I still need to do that. You deprioritize it to the bottom. It's still on your list, but it's out of the way, right? Oh, I love that feature. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like nerding out over a checklist app. That's in the Meet Kevin app, where you can customize notifications for the videos as well. I just get giddy over stuff like that because we love efficiency and productivity. Every single day, I actually have a personal mission, to like document what did I do today that made me a more productive human being, and that's important. So anyway, what we got here? We got the Qs on a steady slog up. Very nice. Figure Technologies up 9%. Let's freaking go. Google up 3%. Palantir still trying to push. Come on, baby. Slowing down a little bit. How about Tesla? Tesla, look at that. Bounced on 414. Got a little bit of a pop here. Don't know if it's going to keep sustaining. Let's see. We'll keep an eye on that. Loan Depot up 8%. Open Door up 10%. So the smaller fintechies doing well. Well, Loan Depot is not really fintechy, but a big beneficiary, obviously, of what the cycle that we're going into. There's also now talk about this quarterly reporting that we need to talk about with Trump.
Dear body, you matched my speed and my freedom, and then went above and beyond. You were not what you were, but you are no less powerful. I move with you now, in small moments, breathing, moving, twirling. We found ourselves again. Love, Alexandra.
Gray, like a dark mode or whatever. I have fallen in love with the green color because it's the house hat color. It's like we love it. So I think I see that color as a color that just sort of grows on you. But I get that, so no worries. Okay, what else do we have here? So what we need to look at is we got to look at this company reporting thing. So we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk, obviously we'll get into some Trump news here as well. Let's see. Kyle writes, good morning from Falador. What's up? Let's see here. Would you think a repeating task feature or timer to force you to focus be a good set of features for you? We actually have a repeating task feature already. It's actually right there. See at the top right where it says schedule to do? So you could schedule tasks right there. I haven't gotten to use, to me, this is like my things to do checklist. I haven't gotten to use it yet for my repeating tasks. For repeating daily tasks, I use an app called Productive. in the future, we'll get it to where it probably is what I used for repeating tasks. All right, so let's go. Let's see that. I want to watch that Tesla breakout. I think that's great. We want to make sure we can hold that line 414. So far, we got confirmation that we could hold 414. That's critical. Very, very important. And we did. We perfectly held it. Okay, so somebody here said, Nomad says, I'm going to get house hack shares in October. Will the yield still be the same there? I don't know. It depends on what happens with the Fed. If we just get a 25 basis point cut, probably. It depends what the Fed sets up and what happens with the 10-year yield, right? Because if the Fed's like, hey, you know, we might have to emergency cut next month or something crazy happens. Yeah, I mean, it's possible we're like, hey, 5% of a yield's too high. If we just get 25 and done, I mean, just like transparently, I don't see the fundraise closing, and so we'll still have that 5%. It all comes down to what the Fed, you know, reacts with. I mean, there was a time where last month where some of these job numbers were coming out, people were like, oh my gosh, you know, the Fed's going to give us 150 basis points of cuts. So, you know, it's all, to me, dependent on the market. And that's by design, right? Because the really what we're doing is we're just paying out rental yield. We don't really care about collecting the rental yield. We care about doing wedge deals. Three things that House Hack does, right? Number one, wedge deals. So we take money, we spend, you know, 100, we want to make 120 to 125,000. Number two, we develop. We take 100, we try to get to, you know, 130K when we have a good, on every 100K, when we have a good development deal, or a higher yield on rents, you know, some kind of combination of that. And then, of course, the artificial intelligence play, which is very exciting. I mean, this weekend, I was doing some more AI work with our algo. Well, it's really our machine learning, and like step changes of improvement with what we have, and it's insane. It's because now we're running our Blackwell chips. I mean, we are an ad. I should be wearing an NVIDIA shirt. I feel like we're like an ad for NVIDIA now, because it's like we plug in Blackwell. We're like, oh, whoa, this is great. So we get it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, House Hack's got Blackwell chips. Kind of cool. Listen to Sarah for a moment.
Thinking about what interest rates are going to do in the next few months, but
hell yeah,
we will get the dots.
Yes. Talk to me about the dots, Sarah.
The consensus now is that they expect 2 cuts this year. Now, this one in September, and maybe one before the end of the year. 2 cuts next year. Again, I think the bigger question is what will Powell's tone be on talking the market either away from betting on interest rate cuts every meeting for the rest of the year and into next year, or not. Usually, when you start cuts, there's a cutting cycle, right, where you cut at every meeting. That's kind of the default, unless you want to stop and assess conditions. That didn't happen last time around. And given now we can show the PCE. This is what the Fed targets on inflation. I mean, there's been a little bit of trickle through from
the PCE is not going to matter. Like people already priced in the PCE. Yes, the PCE comes out at the end of the month. But understand that PCE is basically fully priced in every single month, because economists know, okay, PCE is made up of components from CPI and PPI. It's not its own survey mostly. And we're just going to plop that in, and then we're good.
Turn to trade, of course, this morning as the president says ongoing negotiations between the U.S. and China in Europe have, quote, gone very well. And the Treasury Secretary saying that a framework has been reached for TikTok. Still waiting for some readouts, though. Let's get Megan Casello on this story. Hey, Megan.
Hey guys, good morning. So that's exactly right. The president making those comments earlier this morning on Truth Social, where he also mentioned he'll be speaking with President Xi on Friday of this week. He said their relationship remains a very strong one.
Yeah.
It does.
Trump's always bragging about how good the relationship is, and then the reality is, you know, TikTok can't get sold. We can't get a tariff deal done. You know, they're bagging on NVIDIA this morning. The Chinese are. It's crazy. Okay, wait, what? That is not supposed to be on that channel. Did I screw this up? Oh, I did. Oh, that's crazy. I always have this on the Doomers because I can't get the Doomers on cable. So I used DirecTV to get the Doomers, and for some reason it was on CNN.
The little guy, Main Street. And in my mind, this is not helpful for Main Street. The retail investor today, playing a bigger and bigger role in the markets, needs that data.
No, we don't. Shut up.
Insider dinners and the alternative data sources that perhaps some of the institutional investors do.
They don't all get invitations to the executive
short-termism, lady.
Birthday party for Chamath.
Yes.
Let me ask about trade then. You know, things seem to have calmed down so much since Liberation Day. Obviously, the market tanked, it's recovered, and we're catching up to almost the kind of gains that are seen in European indexes now. Is that volatility behind us? I mean, has the market learned to tune out the louder headlines from the White House and just focus on earnings going forward?
You know, I think we're in a world now where AI and tech, I guess we should just say tech, is driving both the economy and the markets.
Yes,
we know
that
that
is
the
true.
top 30 or
She's
so
right.
biggest AI-related companies are about 43% of total market cap for the S&P. They're driving almost all of the earnings.
Yes.
And the CapEx and research and development spend is really supporting the broader economy. The first couple quarters of this year, it was a bigger support than the consumer, which is a big deal. So we're all living on this AI roller coaster.
Yes.
The challenge is that if you strip the AI away, things don't look as good, right?
Correct.
The housing market is somewhat paralyzed. The labor market is softening. And to your point on trade and tariffs, we are seeing it creep through more slowly and less aggressively than initially expected, of course.
Also
but
true.
If you just look at the last month's CPI report, core goods is up about 1.8%, 1.5%, I think, on the last year. And in the last 3 months, it's been running at 2.8% annualized. That's tariffs. And I think from the Beige Book and other corporate surveys we see, that's going to get worse, not better. So the underlying consumer is struggling a little bit. They're still spending, but they're starting to struggle. And AI is masking all of this. So we just feel like we're on this awesome joyride, but not everyone is joyful.
Yeah.
When the AI masking it is just a handful of hyperscalers, Rebecca, what happens if we get a scenario where once again shareholders don't reward AI spending, where Meta decides to stop paying sports-like salaries to new researchers, where they decide to stop plowing hundreds of billions of dollars into the economy? Do we get a recession just because one company decides to stop spending?
The risk of that is growing as the power and market cap concentration gets bigger and bigger. I'd say the other risk, which ties into how you open this segment with
Ethan, give it a refresh. I just fixed it for you.
China has a lot of leverage here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take care of Ethan here. Ethan asked for a coupon. We had already expired the bullish catalyst one, but I just briefly turned it on for you again, Ethan, because I just have to sit here with the team and like make all the correct modifications and stuff to change the pricing and raise the pricing and that. But I just turned it on for you again. So if you refresh meetkevin.com, it should work for you.
So just a reminder, they're not
Just because I see you in the chat, man.
ahead on their tech too. So I do think tech is a huge support right now, but it's also creating more and more risk that we have to be aware of, especially at these valuations.
Well, and this administration has shown, it seems, a willingness to trade national security for access to short videos that everyone's become addicted to, right? I mean, in the first administration, President Trump wanted to ban TikTok using IEEPA because it allows the Chinese to spy on us. And now it looks like we're willing to do anything to keep TikTok so that they can keep spying on us.
Yeah, and TikTok, look, I agree.
Trump loves it.
The fact that we're now allowing U.S. companies to sell chips to China as long as the government gets a 15% revenue stake from any profits received, like, it is a question on, do we want to have champions that dominate the global landscape in chips and AI, or are we more focused on national security? Where do we stand on this? And from day to day, it's not clear to me where our administration stands. TikTok, if we have a deal Friday, that's good news. We can say we're winning on China, even though we're still a long way from a trade deal with China. I mean, China's boycotting U.S. soybeans. Farmers that supported President Trump are getting hit. Congress has to bail them out again. So I think a TikTok deal Friday almost to me feels like, see, we can win with China, because the reality is China has a lot of leverage, probably more than most people in the U.S. would like to admit.
But also, who cares about TikTok? Why do we care?
I don't care, but I would guess lots of teenagers do.
I just don't understand
There are literally entire businesses that are built on TikTok. This is the new economy.
There are U.S. companies that offer the same kind of format. We don't necessarily need to allow our youth to be addicted to this Chinese company that's feeding us videos.
I'm with you, but I think a lot of people watching this would want to like throw things at us for just saying that.
Well, probably because they take away TikTok. What happens? We use like RedNote or the other popular Chinese app. It doesn't necessarily go to
Well,
Meta.
it's just more shorter.
All right, home team. Looks like it's about that time, man. Price continues to break out. We're getting a little pullback here.
Definitely the statement for that.
Yeah. NQ is barely budging.
Yeah, NQ didn't budge. That's the one you check. Check the.
That bitch. Excuse me. All right, gang. I'm about to go ahead and sign out, man. Look at this. If they pull back like any more, the volume's gonna be under the low, gang.
Perfect. Yeah. What we get paid for.
That's why you
recognize what's going on.
What you get paid for, man. Overall, trading was great. Breakout in effect right now. It's 10:12. Go ahead, sign out, guys. Unless the market drops like 2% in the next 15 minutes, then I ain't gonna have nothing. So go ahead and protect my capital. Get on up out of here. Partner just locked up. Locking it down, man.
We're locking up for the day, Max. We about to head out. We'll be back tomorrow. Better good to see you as always.
Yeah, man. It's the best feeling to sit here and hoping for a trade to come in.
Yeah, that's facts. I've been practicing my process and practicing getting out, but it ain't nothing, man. That's how you protect that net. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Best thing to do, man. Good work.
Yeah, good work. Definitely pull up on us tomorrow too, man. So, it's always a pleasure having you.
Yeah, always a pleasure, bro.
Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Alright, gang. Alright, YouTube, man. It's my boy Max Woods tapping out the Discord. Another top trader, man. I'm about to go ahead and lock up for the day. Prices in breakout. I'm not gonna sit around and waste my day waiting for this to pull back 2% in this condition. All right, count lock. All rules followed today. That's an A+ day on process. That's what we chasing, man. Don't chase the dollar, chase the process, man. And on that note, I'm out. I'm about to go stretch my legs, trying to enjoy this Monday, touch some grass, man. You guys trade safe in these conditions right now. Don't get any bad position longs, anything like that, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place, man. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the Discord. Whew. And I'm out. Appreciate you guys.